Fire Foundation and SDG&E are hosting what they're calling an Emergency Preparedness and Fire Safety Summit.
Brad Perry is live at the SDG&E Energy Innovation Center in Claremont. It's a really cool place, Brad.
Yes.
Good morning.
It is very cool. But really quick, I don't know, I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention, but is Carlos signing autographs tomorrow at the Taco Festival, or...
No.
Well, he will
just
be
one
there with his
festival
Sharpie, I'm sure.
I will be standing by with my Sharpie, but I have to make the handmade tortillas first.
Okay. That's what I was just making sure. So.
I don't want you to touch any of the food that I eat. Thank you.
Oh, okay. But they get cooked after that.
Oh, my God.
I don't want you involved in any way.
Cooks away the germs.
Yeah, I don't want you involved in any
Okay.
way. Go ahead, Brad.
All right, and I need tickets to the Taco Festival. Let's get all right. Here we go. So, hey, we are talking about preparation. You know, it's starting to become that time of year where we are going to be seeing fires around, and it's something that we can't prevent, and that's why the Fire Foundation has this great event going on, Frank, and it's to get the community involved. It's for them to prepare. It's for them to know what's going on. The reason why we were talking about SDG&E being involved, because this is kind of like the first front line that needs to be saved, so that way we can communicate with everybody. And so this is a very important preparation seminar you guys are doing.
Yes, you know, firefighters, law enforcement, we're involved in emergency preparedness all the time. But really to be successful in a massive event that may occur in this community, we need to have all elements of the community involved. So we have the military talking about what they can do and how they can interface with civilian forces. We have representatives from government, from businesses, community leaders, religious leaders, a whole myriad of people learning about emergency preparedness, and for some of them, maybe the first time. But we are in an area that has wildfires. We saw that in 03 and 07. And everybody says, well, hey, we got a lot of rain. It's green. We're not going to have fires. Well, we already have a 4,000-acre one burning right now in the Fresno County. So what's going to happen? It's going to happen a little later in the season. We have a lot of grass growing, and when that dries out, particularly if we get Santa Ana winds, we could have a rough season. But, you know, fire isn't the only thing. We're an earthquake country. We see terrorism attacks all over the world happening here and there, and floods. You know, last year we looked and we're in a drought. Who would ever think about floods? Yet we were evacuating 200,000 people when the Oroville Dam started to spill over. So, you know, we don't know what's going to happen next. We prepared, and that's what this summit is all about.
Yeah, and you're bringing people in from the different communities, and we want to mention that this was a sign-up before, and if you are interested in doing this, they say go to SG&E's website, and you can find out information about how they're going to be doing more of these, along with the Fire Foundation, which is so important in doing this. And as you guys said, you're going to be talking a lot of things. I know we see some seculates over here. They're going to be talking about things that can help prevent fires, things to look for, things that are going on, and to be sure about it. But again, like we said, SDG&E is one of the forefronts that needs to be kind of like saved, because we were talking about the communication that SG&E provides, electricity and everything, to keep things going. So it's nice that you guys are partnering up here with them to do it.
Well, it's a fantastic thing because, you know, they have facilities throughout the county. That's how power and our electricity get there. And having electricity is instrumental in fighting a fire. We need water sources and wells and things like that. You got to pump the water out of. So the community needs lights and things for their own safety. So we have to keep the system going. So we have to prevent the fires, but also, you know, they have done a tremendous job of being innovative. They have one of the largest private weather systems in the world here in San Diego to provide input to us, how the temperatures are, the winds are in the various canyons, so we know where, and when we're fighting a fire, where to position equipment to save property and to save lives.
Wow, it's amazing. And the best part about this, Frank, is that we're doing it ahead of time, because sometimes we wait, which is not good to do. So they're getting this all going now before we do start that season up, Carlos and Lisa. And so we come back. I didn't know this, but SDG&E has their own meteorologist. So we're going to talk to him about how he's going to help people prepare to look ahead, of course, with weather and stuff. So I didn't know that. I didn't know they had their own meteorologist.
That's fantastic.
Thank you, Brad.
All right, getting the community ready, all of us ready for the natural disaster or any other catastrophe. That's the goal of this Emergency Preparedness Summit going on today.
So Brad Perry is at SDG&E Energy Innovation Center with more. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, these people are showing up to get some information on how to be ready for any type of national disaster we have here, any type of thing that goes on, from fires to earthquakes to just maybe power going out. We'll talk about that. And, of course, we have Alexa here with us, who will talk to us a little bit when Good Morning San Diego returns right after this.
Going on today to help you get ready in case of a natural disaster. So an Emergency Preparedness Summit. It's at SDG&E, and Brad Perry will be there in just a little bit. We'll be right. Oh, there he is. Hi, Brad.
Hey, guys, that's right. We come back. We are going to be talking about, of course, preparing and maybe find out what the little blue box is all about. When we come back with more Good Morning San Diego right after this.
Regional Fire Foundation and SDG&E are hosting an Emergency Preparedness and Fire Safety Summit.
Brad Perry is at the SDG&E Energy Innovation Center in Claremont with more. Hey, Brad.
Been talking about the whole situation going on here about, of course, preparing for natural disasters, things that can happen, Frank. As we talked earlier, we were saying about how this is so important to the community to come together so we can prepare much better when we have these type of things in our area.
Absolutely. It's so important for all citizens of the community to be involved, to know what may happen and what to do if something happens. And the first responders are tied up. They're working very hard whenever something happens. So sometimes you may not have a first responder right there to hold your hand. You need to know, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, and SDG&E Day, we know, is very important because, as I said before, you guys are kind of like the front of the line here of making sure things are taken care of because of communication and electricity and everything like that. So this is a great program you guys have going on here.
Yeah, it's really important. I mean, we want to be out there providing safe and reliable service, particularly during these emergency situations. And we do this with collaboration and partnership, right? We work with the fire agencies, with all the first responders. It's just so important we come together as a community. And the other big part is our customers out there, right? Making sure they have their defensible space. Fire season's coming, so everybody has to be prepared.
Yeah, and that's where they're asking you to clean up around some different areas. But please be careful, clean up around the poles. Those are SG&E's responsibility. So you don't want people to go out there and getting mixed up with the wires and stuff like that. Let that leave up to you guys. But be prepared. Maybe if you do see something, take a send it over to them and let them know, because it takes a lot of people in the community to come together to help keep the place going.
Absolutely. And we really encourage people, just stay away from our facilities. If there's any question, just call us. We'll come out. We'll send someone out. We'll take a look at it. We do clear around our poles, but we really encourage people to clear around their own homes. And the fire agencies will all say, 100 feet of defensible space. That's hugely important as we get close to fire season.
It is very important. And then again, people want more information on being a part of this. They can always go to, of course, the foundation for you guys in the different areas, right?
Yes, we have a website, and they're welcome to come to that. We have not only information about fires and preparation for that, we have a lot of safety tips for how you deal with, say, rattlesnakes. What do you do with your pets if there's an emergency? So it's a plethora of information on all sorts of safety, prevention, and actions that you can take as an individual to make sure that your family is safe.
I like it. All right, information's on KUSI.com. Guys, I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
A very cool place.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
Kids in Marine.